climate is changing, and there is a growing interest for the disappearing Arctic area. Climate change affects how the tourism develops. Increasing tourism has impacts both on the environment and the society. Let's see what kind of challenges and opportunities Greenland might face related to tourism boost and what they can learn from Iceland. We're gonna send Donald Trump on a little vacation. Aviation accounts for 2% of the total greenhouse gas emissions, when tourism accounts for 5% of CO2 emissions globally. These have great effects on the climate. According to the International Civil Aviation Report from 2016, aviation will increase up to 20% during the next 15 to 20 years. In Iceland, there has been a major growth in CO2 emissions from aviation due to fast-growing tourism business, especially after the economic crisis in 2008. It is estimated that 7.2 billion people will travel worldwide by 2035. 1.35 tons of carbon is the carbon footprint of an average tourist in Iceland. Aviation accounts for 50 to 82% of that. Rapidly increasing tourism challenges the society. In Iceland, the number of tourists is more than 4 times the population yearly. This puts the ecological environment and the infrastructure under massive pressure. In order to attract more tourists to Greenland in times of increasing worldwide tourism and competition over tourists, working infrastructure is a key challenge to overcome. For example, in the capital of Greenland, Nuuk, there is currently no international airport or runway for large planes. And unfortunately, Nuuk has unpredictable weather conditions, causing delays, which makes it a risky airport to land. Small societies can get overrun by global tourism, both due to the amount of people and by the requirements that the surrounding world sets. Certain levels of service and cultural experiences is demanded. On the other hand, tourism can also help keeping traditional culture alive when showing it to the world. But is it a good idea to invite all those people to the Arctic, considering that this is a hotspot of climate change? As you can see on the graph, Arctic has warmed up twice the global average, and the change is not about to slow down. Changes in the Arctic are extremely visible. Glaciers are melting, sea ice cover is declining, vegetation is getting greener, and will spread to areas with disappearing ice. However, the change is nothing new. When livelihoods of the people are dependent on the nature, like fishing and hunting, adaptation to changing environment is vital. Today the world is excited about green and sustainable tourism. Sustainable tourism both poses challenges, as for example development of waste management systems, but also opportunities to sell the country as a green and ethical responsible country. Iceland took advantage of the geographic location connecting Europe and America being a hub in between. In Iceland, the economy has experienced enormous growth because of tourism. Why wouldn't Greenland try to follow their footsteps? Aiming for economical independence of Denmark, Greenland is facing major challenges in finding ways to develop a strong economy. Investing in mineral and oil exploration can end up being more unsustainable than tourism. People of the local communities have different attitudes towards increasing tourism, depending on whether they will benefit from it economically or not. Locals working in the tourism-related industry take it as a positive chance, but some are slightly concerned about the noise pollution of a new airport, as well as wasting government money to tourism instead of dealing with the social problems of the society. Climate change is not thought of as a major issue, and the changes recognized are mostly related to weather events. At Air Greenland, they have seen the increase in tourism up to 5 to 8% per year. Therefore, they are planning on increasing their flying hours. They do not consider playing a role in climate change action, but their economical actions leading to reducing fuel consumption also leads to less emissions. So, it's complicated. Nature is changing and climate is getting harder and harder to predict. Interaction between climate, the locals, corporations and tourism is complicated. Greenland has an amazing potential as a nature destination. Problem is how the locals manage to take advantage of the increasing tourism and how they can prepare their infrastructure to be able to handle the larger number of passengers. All this without losing their roots and harming the environment. So next time you are flying on vacation, you now know a bit more about the challenges behind climate change and tourism in the Arctic. Thank you for watching. If you want more information, please check #ArcticCourse on Twitter.